Hello everybody, how's it going? Sorry about starting the stream late. My computer was running super slow, so I said I'd just be better off restarting it. Like, I have a slow hard drive in it, and I could hear it ticking away, but it shouldn't, like, as in everything's on the SSD, so I don't know why it was using the slow hard drive. Hello Michael, hello Itinerant Ham, hello Gavin. Yeah, I have an SSD, a 500 gig SSD is my main, like, drive. And, like, everything's installed on that. The other one's just for storage, but it was taken away. I don't know what it was doing. Maybe I was using up so much RAM that a page file opened on it. Not sure. But, anywho. Yeah. So, in case you didn't see it on Twitter, what I was thinking about doing was, a few weeks ago we did this macro keypad, which is just an Arduino Pro Micro and keypad. But I've actually been thinking about a few things that would be useful to have an Esp8266 in it and Pro Micro. So the Pro Micro, if you're not familiar with it, it can act like a HID device, so it can act like a mouse and keyboard. So why would it be useful to have Wi-Fi on that? Well, there's a couple of different use cases I see for it. So one of them is, so this macro keypad thing, I haven't actually started using it yet in truth, but what it is meant to be for, let me go to desk plus me. I'm gonna have to adjust the focus on this. So what it's meant to be for is, so the general idea would be that it would go like that. I need to get rid of this autofocus. Configure video, let's get rid of that, make me look not pink. Let me get the manual focus on, and away we go. Hey Mike, how's it going? Yeah, so like if I plug this in now, if I press 1, I think I change between scenes and things like that, and they all do different things. Anyways, that's cool. So the main thing that the big streamers use is something called a Stream Deck. And what the Stream Deck is it's got a collection of buttons, although I don't think they're actually, maybe they're not buttons, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe they're just touch screens that have like little windows that show icons in it. Now, an Arduino doesn't really have a display that you could do that level of detail at that size. Maybe something like a Nexiton or whatever those displays are called. Or maybe you use a Raspberry Pi or something and then send whatever it needs to send across to the thing. But this is my old phone. It has Wi-Fi on it and a big screen. So like if you got Wi-Fi and HID paired up with each other, then you could actually create a Stream Deck using a phone, because you got your touch screen. Like, I'm pretty sure what the Stream Deck does, I don't know if I've anything that would highlight it, maybe, I don't know. Let's get this page and just cut out a square. I'm pretty sure what the Stream Deck does is it just has like an overlay on top of a bigger single screen, and it displays like the icon like there, and you know, another one there or whatever. So like if you just used an old phone, you could send signals to it, which would be quite nice, I think. And then some other things that I thought might be kind of useful. I have a device called a Flick Or. Let me show you a Flick Or. Anybody familiar with a Flick Or? Flick Or. Maybe it's not Flickr, is it? Flickr remote. I thought it was a Flick Or. Oh, Flirk. Introducing the new Flirk. So, what this thing is, excuse me, and it's a little bit expensive, but I suppose it's probably not that expensive really. This is basically a HID device with this is basically a HID device with an IR reader and an IR. Does it send? No, I don't think it sends. Yeah, so this is basically a HID device with an IR reader on it. So you can, like, say you have an old remote. Doesn't matter what the remote is. But you can program. Say you have an old remote for a TV that broke or whatever. You can plug this thing into your computer, and you can use that remote, and you can train this device to say, like, when I press volume down on this remote, I want you to turn down the volume on my computer, or do whatever. Like, as in, you can get it to do whatever. So, like, what it's handy for is, say, like, I had a universal remote, one of these Harmony remotes, and I never actually really set it up properly, if I'm being completely honest. A couple of times I set it up okay, but like you could plug. I don't like it moving like that. You could plug it into your, like, Raspberry Pi or whatever your media center was, and now suddenly you could use your Harmony remote to control that as well. So, like, my Harmony remote could control my TV, it could control my amp, whatever they're called, and like I mainly use an Amazon Fire TV actually as my media box, and its remote uses Bluetooth. So, like, the Harmony remote can't do Bluetooth, or at least my one couldn't. So I bought this FL IRC thing. But, like, I've been thinking that, like, really, I don't want any remotes. None whatsoever. What I would much prefer is, I'd love to be able to take out my phone and do whatever I need to do on it, in terms of, like the majority of what I do when I sit down to watch TV is, like, if I want, I do it by hand at the moment now, because I just couldn't be bothered getting the remotes. So, like, on the TV, I would I turn on the TV, and the TV is just on the one channel, HDMI 1 or whatever it is, and then everything else then is controlled by the surround sound system, or the audio the amplifier receiver, is it? Yeah, the receiver. So all my HDMI sources are plugged into that, and then that's plugged into the TV. So, like, you turn on the TV, you turn on the receiver, you turn the receiver to whatever channel you want, and then you're controlling the Fire TV, for example, with your Fire TV remote. But, like, it would be kind of nice if you could just do all of that with your phone. Like, why wouldn't you be able to, like, as in, So I had a project before, the universal remote with an ESP8266. So it was a Wi-Fi universal remote, and that could do the TV and the receiver part, but it couldn't do. Well, it could do the Fire TV part with the flirk. How do you pronounce that? FLIRC. Flirk? Must be flirk. But like, I don't know. It'd just be cool to not do any of that. So there's a couple of use cases. One thing that I thought was kind of interesting. Where would I find it? I think Twitter might be the easiest place to find it. It's the easiest place to see the messages you sent. So I was looking through AliExpress. Every now and again, I just search on AliExpress for different things and kind of sort by newest to see, is there something new out that is kind of interesting. Yeah, this is it. And I came across this, which is using the mobile version of the app for some reason. Okay. What was that again? Beetle virtual keyboard. Beetle virtual keyboard. I think I spelled beetle wrong. Yeah, this is it anyways, isn't it? It is not it. Too many T's, not enough E's, and then Wi-Fi. Yeah, so this is one of the ones I found. I started at like 4 minutes past. Well, not sorry, 34 minutes past, because I needed to restart my computer. It was running dog slow. So this has ESP8266 on it. It has that Atmel 340G, or not 340G, whatever the keypad is using, wherever I put my keypad. How did I lose my keypad? That's here. The Atmega 32U4. Yeah, thanks, Kevin. So that's a combination. That's pretty much what I'm looking for, right? Except it's $14, which is kind of expensive. And also, then I was like, what is this, like, bad ducky thing? Bad USB. I was like, what is this? And then I did some searching, and I came across, I think one of the other listings listed Wi-Fi bad ducky. And I came across this by Mr. Space Hun, who I believe is a German maker. Maybe he's Austrian. He's a European maker, for sure. He's probably most famous for his D-Author, that spams. It spams the Wi-Fi. It spams it. I don't know exactly what it does. I think with hey, other Lone Star. I thought you'd be in bed all day today after two monster streams. I am. I'm not becoming a black hat yet. I'll explain in a second. So you wouldn't need a 3-tooth, and a tiny Digispark would do much cheaper. So the Attiny can be a HID device as well, can it? If it's flashed with the right stuff. So that's a good to know. Yeah. So Space Hun is most famous for his D-Authors board, and what that does is, well, I don't know exactly what it does, but say my Wi-Fi is, say, Brian's Wi-Fi, and I'm pretty sure what it does is it just creates hundreds of it just creates hundreds of Brian's Wi-Fi's, and any device that is now like going, oh, what do I connect to? Like, which one do I connect to? There's hundreds of them, and I think it just makes it crazy. So basically, it's a device for like killing Wi-Fi. Interesting. So the Attiny 85, you used it to make a stream deck. That's good to know. So maybe the Attiny 85 is the way to go with that. Maybe that's what we might do on the stream, is to just look at that. Because I have one of those Digispark things. It's funny, like, they are cheaper than Attiny's, which is crazy to me. But anyways, but also I like the form factor of an Attiny better, because now I can like I can do something with that in terms of, I don't know, it'll be easier to do the Attiny stuff. But anyway, so I came across this Wi-Fi ducky that Space Hun did, and so this is a ducky board or something. Ooh, that's interesting. So this is a ducky board, and you can put I think people use it for hacking. Hey Zulu, how's it going? Like, you put it into the back of a computer and you can make it like run scripts, like, I don't know, every 10 minutes, like copy something or delete, select all and delete, or do whatever. You can make it do whatever you want, including like open up CMD and type stuff in there, and nefarious stuff. But so what Space Hun did was he attached Wi-Fi to it, and it's kind of funny. I didn't know this existed, right? But I don't want to do any of that nefarious stuff. I just want my nice little simple, like, I want to use a little HID controller for a remote and stuff. Turn it down slowly, then go. That's genius. So I want to make one, but like, because I want that Wi-Fi stream deck, or I want to control my Fire TV remote or Fire TV from my phone. So yes, CNLR, I don't know how to pronounce his name properly. He does incredible stuff, but I feel like it's almost unreproducible. It's that incredible. Like, as in, that ESP USB doesn't work with any of the newer SDKs of the ESP. Like, you can't just grab it and throw it up on a board and, hey, presto, it's working. Like, amazing that he got it working at all. But yeah, like, I remember watching a video of Andreas Spiess, and he was talking about getting the boot time of the ESP down to whatever, and like, loads of the comments on his video was that, oh, CNLR got the boot time down to like 0.4 of a second to send a message. And then I think I had already seen the video, or maybe I just maybe it was just I went looking after that. But like, he had done some crazy stuff. He was doing some like hacky custom protocol on the bare ESP SDK, and he had a specific router that was able to listen to that hacky protocol. Like, amazing that he got it working, but not at all practical. Like, not even slightly. Do you know what I mean? So I thought I think that's kind of interesting. But yeah, ridiculously talented guy for sure. Yeah, so maybe the Attiny is what we'll do. So the other Lone Star, you'll appreciate that as much as anyone. I was just explaining at the start that what I'd like to do is, so like your Stream Deck probably has some buttons on it or whatever. So this is my equivalent of a crappy Stream Deck. But what I'd like to do is like use my old phone as a Stream Deck. So put an app or whatever on my yeah, I don't mind it doing. I don't mind it not doing mouse. Keyboard would be fine for me. If I can do keyboard and like media commands or something. So yeah, if I could like turn my old phone into, yeah, put either a web page or an app or something that has the like whatever icons I want on it, and maybe even you could have sliders and stuff. Like that'd be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Like if you made it a web page would be good because it's nice and flexible. You can update the ESP and like then this will be updated. The only problem with, I've had it before, is that like a web page can't keep your phone on, if that makes sense. Like if I just have Chrome open on my phone here, eventually it will turn off. Like my upload went to crap, but that's back again. Yeah, so let's take a look at the Attiny. Why not? So we'll take out the regular Attiny and also one of those Digispark thingies. Excuse me. Because if I could get it working okay with the Attiny, then it's starting to become something that like you could sell. Processing.org, the apps run native. Yeah, that's a good idea. Rocket Power Grid. Right, so what's this? It has this is probably expensive just by looking at it. So it's a free download, but do you need something else? Rocket is a fully customized remote control for your PC, lets you monitor and control. Okay, so you have to run an app on your computer, I would imagine, is it? Yeah. Sure, look, doesn't matter. We can just corner the market. We'll get everybody. Everyone will think we're cool. Yeah, cause like this should work with any device or anything. Be kind of nice. Okay, so let's start with this yoke that I've literally never used. Let's see. One thing, I don't know if I was ever talking to you before, but like, you have to be super careful about if you're writing HID programs, you need to be super careful to do not break, what is it? Not do something like, I was like, oh, I'll just do copy and paste in a loop or whatever, but like if you do that, then you need to plug the thing in and program it without like it copying and pasting all the time, which is kind of a pain. Yeah, and I think we also learned that we couldn't do any of the HID stuff in the setup. Yeah, exactly. Look, it's all part of the game. Okay, so what do I need to do? Do I need to download a custom board? Digispark, Attiny 85. This is all new to me. As I said, I bought the thing, but Yeah, I have a programmer. Um, I'd I also have one of those like adapters for the SMD ones. Excuse me. It's a board definition for. Do I need to download the drivers? So I have the software. If you're using 1.6 or higher, you will need to install the drivers manually. So I need to install we're not at this point updating the firmware. The Digispark's $1. Excuse me. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much the same thing as the. Ooh, Gavin's a Linux boy. I actually don't know that it install anything. I saw it trying to install stuff. I can hear a war going on outside. It's way more expensive. Imagine paying $6 for something. Like, China has just ruined like my concept of what's expensive. Like $6. Like, if I was in college and somebody told me you could buy a little tiny board that could be used as a HID device and it was $6, I'd be like, wow, that's incredible. Now I'm like, $6? What? So did you have a good time at Maker Faire anyways, at our launch there? I had to drop off towards the last couple of hours of your Sunday stream. Excuse me, I'm kind of sick today. What am I doing here? I'm looking for settings. I do not know how to use Windows. That's probably fine. Yeah, sure, let's just get the board's definition and sure we'll see what happens. Yeah, so let's open. I'll open the new Arduino IDE. I'll try start using that for everything soon. Yeah, that seems like it'd be worth it. Yeah, the Teensy is definitely a cool board. It's just pity there's no Chinese knockoffs. Which Teensy did you get? Oh man, when I was just watching your stream, I was like, oh, I can't use 1.6. Okay. 3.2. Cool. When you're buying off Oshpark, actually, they offer you a 3.2 one for $20 in Oshpark Purple. I'll just use my general Arduino one. Okay, so the Digispark not working in 8.6 is a bit of a problem. Like if you... Well, I suppose it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's fine anyways. It doesn't really matter, because what I plan to do is... I plan to make... So I've added that JSON string, in case anybody's wondering what I'm doing. Go into the boards manager. There are other keyboard libraries for the Attiny 85. Digispark. Yeah, so what I plan to do would be to do everything on the ESP and make the ESP just send, like, as in the two things when they're talking to each other, literally, like, as in, you know, maybe have like a send text A or whatever. Maybe I don't even need to do that. Hey, Sion, how's it going? I'm pretty sure I got sick from Sion's stream on Tuesday, his Wednesday. Not really, but I'm kind of sick at the moment. Ooh, I ordered stuff off JLC and LCSC today as well. So excited about that. Warning, non-trusted contribution. Skipping script execution. Okay. Feel like that might have been important, but anyways, yeah. Yeah, I did that. I will install a driver install window. Please click next. It didn't do that. When you install is complete. Just what a fly is flying around. Okay. Didn't get that. Okay, sure. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Gavin, I made this one, and I really feel like I should have, like, I would like to make a programmer for it now. Yeah, so it's a shield for an Uno. So it's not that fancy. Okay, so let's try this out. Let's move you over here, and we'll move you there. So let's start anew for whatever reason. Let's try that again. Okay, so tools, board, Digispark. I don't know. Is there a crystal on this? Does it need a crystal? There's no crystal on it, that's for sure. Can it go up to? I need to break out some perf board. Yeah, so that's exactly what that is. It's the top one I need. Okay. Okay, so let's just take their example code and try upload it. I do have a COM port. No, I don't have a COM port, so it's not gonna work. So let's let's go up and get these drivers, and hope that gives me a COM port. I don't really like the new Chrome. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna move to Firefox. Yes, so that is amazing, Colin. Like, I bought 10 Esp8266 12 modules, and they cost me $22 delivered. Like, that's pretty expensive compared to a Wemos, right? So, like, that's $2.20 each. Press upload and it'll tell you to attach the board. Okay, well, I've finished installing it anyways. What's a Mojave? Sive is not happy. Okay, so Gavin, what are you saying to me? A tiny blink. Oh, there's already a tiny blink. Crap. Digiblink. I don't think the Attiny 84 before works, but who knows? I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. So I just click the upload button. Unplug Digispark? Plug in the... oh shit. Holy crap. That's pretty cool. Micronucleus done, thank you. So... holy crap, that's so cool. Yeah, I did that before, actually. But I was thinking that like I could just do the I could even use the buttons of the ESP, or sorry, the inputs of the ESP. Yeah, I actually on a stream, it was probably before our time of friendship. I did that before. I had like I think 10 buttons on the one off the one analog in of a thing. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so let's Digispark HID suggest. Okay. Send keystroke, arrow down, arrow up. Do I need to install this, maybe? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if I was doing this, I would... oh, cool. Let's use that song. I'm pretty sure if I was doing this, I would... oh, look, there's mouse and all sorts of stuff. This is super nice. Send keystroke 0. Hello Digispark delay. So if I run if I run this now, every 5,000 milliseconds it's going to do this thing. This is generally not necessary, but it's okay. It's gonna print hello Digispark, so I might just change this a little bit. To just make it do it once. So bool first equals true, and then just let it do this thing. If first do that, I think it can do a gamepad. We'll take a look after we get the keyboard working. I also need to make first equals false. Right, so that, yeah, digikey, digikey, yeah. Yeah, we'll try the gamepad one if there is one. Oh, I never plugged it out. Oh, it said it did. Please plug in the device. Oh. So you need to okay, so it still has blink on it now. So I'll plug out the device, click upload, plug in device now. Micronucleus done. Oh, look at that. Takes a while for it to kick in. I'm absolutely not gonna do that. Utter lone star. as appealing as it is to be called boss from now on, I'm not gonna look at X input libraries. It's not really my forte, buffering in a Wii voice. Am I buffering? It waits a minute at the start. Ah, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But that's not a problem for me. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. Okay, so let's look at some of the other examples. So example, what else do we have? There is a joystick here. Is a joystick a gamepad? I guess so, right? Ooh, you can act as a nunchuck. These things are amazing. Why haven't I been why haven't I used these before? Like, this is $1. What the, like, I don't know. Anyways. Colin, I should have put affiliate links. I could have gotten a whole 8 cent. I don't. I'm sure. Let's try the joystick. If not using the plentiful joystick delay icons, set Y. What's this doing? Set delay. I don't know what this is doing. Let's setting X, set slider. I only ever bought this one, and I kind of didn't know what to do with it. I'm not sure what this is doing. Set X, set slider. Sure. Let's plug it in and see what happens. I'm not gonna tell you, Mike. I need to give you an affiliate link for them. No, they're called Digisparks, are they? Okay. Digispark. Yeah, if you search for Digispark, you'll find them. Okay, if you're all buying them, I'm definitely gonna get an affiliate link for them first. 1 second now. Look, this is gonna be a gold mine for me. Every one that you buy gets me 8 cent. I will be rich. There's a Digispark Pro. Oh, there's gonna be rule changes. Woohoo! The cookie's been extended to 3 days. Let's take a look at this. New rules will come in the 10th of October. That's good, because I think it used to be like a month, and then they reduced it down to a day. So basically what that means, if you click a link of mine today, and as long as you don't click anyone else's link, if you buy something off AliExpress in the next 3 days, I didn't have why? Then I still get the affiliate money for it, which is great. So what we all need to do is just like fight to get Unexpected Maker to click on our affiliate links, because, well, I don't know if he's anything left to buy, but like if you could have got his purchase of like the microscope, voila, like that actually, like I think he said in the video it was $1,000. That would have been like, what? That would be $80. Like that's more than I make in a month. Incentive bonuses, member levels are cancelled. That's interesting. So I was a level 1. There was level 0, and I was a level 1. Yeah, I should do that too. Yeah, I was at a level 1, which got, I think the only difference was that if there was so sometimes they won't let you generate an affiliate link off stuff. Like these ones are so cheap that they mightn't let you. They Sion wishes he could click on his own affiliate links. So that was Sion. It seems to be a little bit quicker for you today, in terms of like the responsiveness. Anything from Portal has no affiliate links. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, they don't let you sometimes. Like, as in, I'd be surprised if they let us generate affiliate links out of these ones. So there you go as well. There's my affiliate links. I've never taken money out of AliExpress, so that is what 2 years worth of generating affiliate links gets you. So it's actually, it's not bad. Like, it's the place I've made the most money by miles. I'll put it under block. I don't know what block is, but let's put it under there. Which ones would you like? The same one I have? Would you like the one that plugs straight into the USB? I prefer the USB, micro USB ones. Doesn't matter anyways. I would be surprised if they let me affiliate link this. So here's another thing I hate about AliExpress is affiliate links. So look at all this crap at the end, right, of the link. If I try to generate the affiliate link with that stuff in it, oh, it works now. It used to work, and I had to take all of it away other than the end of it. So there you go. There you go, guys. Do you want one of the USB ones as well? Yeah, no, they're open source too, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I agree. Like, isn't this one is handy for that bad ducky scenario? Just that thing's huge. What is it? It must be just a voltage regulator, is it? Oh, and Attiny runs at 5 volts. What's that? Yeah, one couple of each. Okay, let's generate them. So, I did the black one. Actually, still let me generate both of them. Man, this is amazing. Okay, there you go, everybody. Let the good times roll. There's shipping? Oh, sorry, I thought they were free shipping. Oh, the second one was free shipping, the first one's not. Oh, maybe it's more expensive to you, Zulu. You said before you were in, was it Senegal? It's cheaper with my link. Look, I'm a good guy. I don't know. Yeah, sorry, let me find one. Ah, no, look. You can find one with free shipping. Kenya, sorry. Yeah, it's the USB mail, or sorry, yeah, this one is 34 cents for shipping for me too. This one's free. How does the look, Mike, stop getting them away from me, but look, no, it's fine. Do whatever you want. Like, literally, it's 8 cents. So I'm fine with not getting that. Okay, let's get back to it. So, so I would need to run the Tiny USB, or Attiny doesn't have serial on it, so I'd need to run software serial on it to communicate with. It's $2.92 for shipping. Ah, I'm sorry, Zulu. Just search for Digispark and find one that gives you cheaper shipping than that. Don't worry about the affiliate link stuff. Yeah. One thing, actually, I tweeted out about it as well. LCSC. So they're really cheap for some stuff. That's a good question. So I see a voltage regulator on it, but I don't know what it's doing. Like, the Attiny is super flexible. It'll run at whatever. 5 volts, it is 5 volts. Well, yeah, I suppose if the 5 volts is in, why wouldn't it use 5 volts? So I'll probably need to use a converter. Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, sorry, LCSC. So I was hey, thanks for the bits, Colin. Oh, there he is. I was like, I have no idea where my thing is. So the thing that was more expensive today, Sion, was the voltage regulator that somebody recommended. Was it you, Gavin? The HT73333. A voltage regulator set up just to try make me say 3. I had everything in my cart for some of those Wi-Fi 7 segment boards, and I was like, geez, this is kind of expensive. What's so expensive? And I was looking through it, and I was like, okay, like the screens or the displays are what there are. Yeah, four boards for $5. Hey, you saved $1 on the one Gemma or whatever it's called. Does it have an example of a software serial? Pulse in, pin change, soft serial. Oh, perfect. I don't know. Maybe I am. Is for powering the jumper instead of USB. Okay, cool. Yeah, and then I was like, I have some of those HT733 or whatever. I think he got that from Andreas Spies as well. So I think Andreas gets the credit for it, because I have some of them because I saw Andreas's video on it. And I was like, I wouldn't have paid, like, I have 10 of them. I was like, I wouldn't have paid $4 for 10 of these or whatever it was. And I looked it up on AliExpress, and like sellers with good ratings, there were like 20 for like $1.40 or something, while it was 40 cents each off LCSC. So yeah, I have some cheap Bluetooth modules. I'm gonna try hook up to male USB Digispark. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Excuse me. Okay, so let's do this. So software serial RX is pin 2. So I guess let's solder in some jumper headers so we can play around with it. Yeah, like it could be, and you know, you're right. It could be fake. Like that is definitely a possibility. Actually, I'll just use other ones. But like, it wasn't like this was just one seller who had like really cheap prices on it. Every seller had like were 10 for $1 sort of a thing. So it was significantly cheaper. So, like, I'm not saying don't use LCSC. Like, they were cheaper for nearly everything else. They're the 2 pins I can't use. Okay. So I can use other pins? 2 and 3 are the USB pins. Why would they use that as an example? That seems stupid. Oh, is it trying to send... Is it trying to print to the serial monitor? Like over the USB? Does that work? That's impressive if it does. Alright, Attiny Tam, take it easy. Have a good night. That's interesting. Okay. I wonder, can I use something else though? Let's find out. Got my soldering iron on. It's at 400 degrees because I was soldering some of my big ground plans earlier. Ooh, I got a new tip today for my soldering iron as well. I don't know where it is. I've got loads of stuff like in bags, and I don't know what I'm doing with it in terms of like, do I do a post bag and things? And I don't know. I probably just won't. I probably won't do another like mini stream for a little bit. That sketch also uses tiny pin change, which is incompatible with. Allows the pin change interrupter vector sharing. I don't know what tiny pin changes. So can I use software serial with? I don't see where it uses tiny pin change. Let's look it up. I'm sure somebody's done this before, right? So Digispark software serial HID. Digispark does not. Yes, I know that. Sorry, pins PB3 and PB4 are used by USB, not 2 and 3. Are you literally this person? Sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Like, literally, as I read your thing. Oh, so I need to use a different library. Software serial Intel. Instead of. Cool. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Has no releases, so I can't download it from the library manager. So let's install it. Sketch, include library, manage libraries. For digital, so pin numbers are different for digital analog interrupt. Okay, yeah. I just literally said I couldn't use the library manager. There I went to the library manager, recent items. It was right there. Downloads. What's this thing called again? Digispark software serial. I need to clear out my downloads folder. Okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, it's ancient. Dang. This mightn't be a runner. 2016. It's not that old. It doesn't. What is this? Okay. Maybe it will compile if I just. It has no issues. Maybe it'll compile if I add a properties file. So, like, my Arduino IDE doesn't think it's a library. But it doesn't have a library.properties file, so that's probably why. Actually, the other Lone Star, you're gonna have the same issue with this, because the Bluetooth modules all use serial to communicate too, so you're gonna need to have software serial set up as well. Okay. Well, sure. Let's just try that out. Downloads. Date modified. Let's extract this. I was hoping to get some notes off you. New text file library.properties. Yeah. I kind of forget what these are meant to look like. GitHub. Let's go to one of my ones and pull it in. Guess it'll look like this. Adam, are you gonna open up? Just take your time, Adam. Alright, Adam, you've had enough time. Oh, crap. Where's Visual Studio Code? There it is. You're taking your time too. Okay. Alright, so what's this thing called? It doesn't matter. Digispark software serial. Whatever. Arduino thing. Suppose I better put in the URL that they use. Oh, look, I suppose I better actually do it kind of right. I don't know, communication seems kind of communication-y. Sentence. Paragraph, just do it, whatever. Okay, so now if I go into this, go to include library, add zip, recent items, I did the same thing, it was right there. It's called Digispark. Doesn't contain a valid library. It should. I think I need to add one lower down. Okay, so let's try again. Include library, add zip to library, downloads, Digispark, blah 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 blah. Sugar. Did I spell library that properties right? That's something I might do. Library dot properties. Yeah, that's fine. Let's try that. So I just moved the library.properties file one folder lower. I'm not sure if that's what's wrong, but no. I don't think I need to do anything else. Maybe it needs to have a license? Hardly. Right, so I'm just trying to compare it to my working ones. Get rid of that. Right, so I have stuff in a source folder, but I know that doesn't matter. I have a license and a readme, library properties. Oh, that's by the same guy. Let's take a look at that. Maybe that's newer. This is older. Is that what I'm using? No. So what is going on, Mr. J. Rios? Why do you have two different libraries that seem to be doing the same thing? And do you have an even newer one? Hey, look, he's forked something of mine. That's interesting. I wonder, has he done anything on it? Doesn't look like he's done anything new with that anyways. He has... Oh, he's made changes. Recent. He hasn't pushed anything to me. A jerk. Print failed. What's this? Channel post. Chat action. This is nice. Why hasn't he pushed it as a PR? Oh. Anyways, it's pretty recent too. Oh, the one you sent isn't a library, it's a patch for board files. Oh, so maybe this is a patch too. Oh, it is. Copy the depends on the Arduino. Okay. Here's me trying to install it and I'm not even doing it right. Alright, so what do I need to copy in? Copy the... Oh, but I'm after breaking it. So now I'm really confused. What is the difference between them? Let's, where was that? I have a lot of crap there. Yes, I know my downloads folder is awful. Just ignore it, everybody. Where is the folders? Yes, Windows. Oh, I need to... I would definitely want to see my folders and files in alphabetical order, but in a different alphabetical order. I don't understand that. Anyways, so I'm just getting myself a clean version of this because I broke it. Right, so what's he saying to do? Copy into the Arduino libraries folder. It can be found on any of the following paths. Okay. So documents, Arduino, hardware, not hardware? What version of Arduino am I using? 1.84. Yeah, it's this one. What other ones you got for me? Hardware. Is it under libraries? Hardware? I don't know, I thought it'd be here. Like, that's an ESP. Where's my Digispark stuff? Under tools? No. I don't understand why the Digispark isn't in the hardware folder. I'm confused. Pretty confused. I'll try one of the other ones to go to, but it's in like my roaming stuff. Hey David, how's it going? We're playing around with Digispark, which are like Attiny boards that have like custom bootloaders on them that can use Yes. I was originally not going to use a Digispark, but so my plan, well, it's the name of the stream, is to get like a Wi-Fi macro keyboard basically. And this seems like it'll do it for me. And like, if you could do it with an Attiny, then it's even better. Because I'm just going to use the ESP as the main microcontroller and literally just send commands to the other thing that's doing the HID stuff to like just pass through, like as in the ESP will say, hey, type this stuff, and the whatever else will go, okay. But we're running into some snags. Getting software serial working. Where am I? No, it's not Windows. Users. Brine. Where is app data? App data. Local. Arduino 15 packages. Here's Digistump. Hardware. AVR. Libraries. Let me paste that in there. Okay. Mine was not from the Kickstarter. It was from AliExpress. Okay, so I found where it was eventually in my local Arduino 15 packages, Digistump hardware, AVR 165 libraries, and I just copied it in there. Right, so now, does it have examples? It did. So echo. So that's Bluetooth. It's just reading. I wouldn't call this an echo. If so, oh, sorry, it is available. What's the Sir read? Where's that coming from? Okay, so I just need to hash include this thing anyways. Let's just grab all this stuff. Let's just grab the entire thing. Why wouldn't I? Okay. I might need to restart the IDE. Let's do that. No. Ah, yes. Yeah, let that be a note to you, unexpected maker. Where's your tiny picos? If a board's popular enough, the clones will just flood in if you open source it. Which, yeah, would be, like, that'd be such a pain for you with the amount of effort you put into it. Does not close? I had never even heard of them. I was just looking for Attinys on AliExpress, and like, it was cheaper to buy these than the actual chips, and I was like, what is going on there? So I bought one, and it was actually Gavin who mentioned it again in the chat today, I think. Okay, so examples. Here's our examples now. Oh, here's a Bluetooth keyboard. So that's kind of what we wanted to. So, not if you don't open source it, I guess. Can I change my color? I don't know. Are you still on Other Lone Star? Guru of Twitch? I think you can. I'm pretty certain you can, but I don't know how. Software serial intro, and it's doing the Digi keyboard. Right, so this is pretty much what we want. Send keystroke, enter, B. Yeah, this is almost exactly what we want, but we don't want... Wait for the module to connect. Okay. Other Lone Star. That is a really nice emote. I do need to get on the emotes. Okay, so let's... I heated up my soldering iron like yonks ago. Let me just put mail headers in. This looks like almost exactly what we want though, so... I guess I'll put it in a breadboard. This will do. I kind of finished my my way home meter project to the... maybe I'm thinking about it. It's super nice. I'm gonna get like superstar Broadway video editor to make my things. That'll be a nice claim to fame for me. Do you know what is a bigger problem for me other than... Well, I have no talent artistically anyways, but a bigger problem for me is not the... Sorry. I work for cheap ICs. That's interesting. Maybe we could sort something out actually. Maybe... Yeah. Let me get back to you on that. Actually, that is kind of interesting. That looks okay. I probably should have done it the other way around though. I was just kind of thinking I could plug stuff into the top of it. But I guess I could have plugged it in to a breadboard if I did it the other way. I don't care. It's fine. Yeah. What's his name? The Other Lone Star? Like, that sounds reasonable. You're like, yeah, I met him on the internet. I should have broke this before I soldered. Bye, little pin. Alright, that's cool. I definitely should have put it in a breadboard because I need to, like, logic level convert it and everything. That was silly of me. What do I need? I need male to female jumper cables. I suppose I could use this Node MCU here. Okay, logic level shifter. I'm gonna solder up 2 of these because I always solder myself up one, and then like when I go to use it, when I go to use one, I just use the one that's soldered up, and then the next time I go to use it, I don't have one soldered up anymore. So I'm gonna solder up 2. Other Lone Star though, you must have been exhausted at the end of yesterday though, were you? Like I was working on a project and just kind of had the stream on like in the background or whatever, and just the whole way through it I was like, oh my god, this would be so tiring. Like, even, you know, like, I know you're interested in the robots, like, but like I would find that difficult to be that enthusiastic about anything for for that amount of time. So if anybody's wondering what I'm talking about, other Lone Star was at Maker Faire. He was showing off his battling Esp8266 robots, and so I was watching his stream a bit on Saturday and on Sunday, and like the amount of times he had to repeat the same sentence was insane. So it's a bit low. So hey, how's it going? Good. So what do you have here? So these are my robots that are being controlled, or that we're live streaming on the internet right now, and the robots are being controlled by people all over the world. And oh yeah, and then to be like little kids going, oh, how much money do you make? And do you know Ninja? And all sorts of stuff. I was like, oh man, you have more patience than I do. That's for sure. There's one logic level shifter. Let's throw in another one. No, that's too hot. Like especially on the Sunday, because you didn't have is it Robo Tank Girl? Your wife, whose name I can't recall. Robo Tank Girl, something like that. And just, yeah, like some of the kids were super cool, but then there's a few bratty ones too, where I would have been losing my mind. Like you had a very reasonable request of don't touch the robots, and like some of them were like Tomb Tank Raider Girl. Ah yes. Yeah, like that's exactly what all I could think of it was that. See, on not specifically like you in a game, but like anybody pitching anything. It was just that. I could only imagine. Like Tomb Raider meets Tank Girl. Oh yeah, Tomb Tank Raider Girl. Aggressively little. Do you know Ninja? Oh yeah, we're buddies. I don't know. Does anyone not know who Ninja is? Just out of curiosity. Anyone on the stream? So if you don't know who Ninja is, he is the biggest streamer on Twitch. Oh sugar, I'm gonna need to plug in those. Where are the ones that went flying away? Alright, Mike, take it easy. Thanks for joining. Like, they were reasonable rules. I guess rules are meant to be broken. I really do not have enough male USB headers. Wow. I would even go as far and say as I have aggressively little. Oh no, I found a few there. No, I didn't. No, I found a couple of rows. I've ordered more, but always look on the bright side, I suppose. Get to improve your pitch. Yeah. Do you keep on top of the game news side of stuff now, Sion, or are you just completely out of the realm of it? So like I saw that the topical thing at the moment is Telltale, right? That they closed. I believe they owed employees money or something. I don't know how to hold this in. Which sucks. No other way of putting it that. 500. Nice. I've never actually ran out. I don't know, I can't use my trick to hold it in. Okay, let's just be clever about this. And by clever I mean let's do something stupid. I'll just use you to hold it generally in right place. No. I could use blue tack. I suppose, yeah. Let's use a tiny bit of blue tack. I never really liked the Telltale games. I played a tiny bit of the Walking Dead one, but I didn't watch The Walking Dead either, so I guess I wasn't the target market for it. I don't know, I just kind of feel like I've played some other story-driven games and enjoyed it, but I don't know. I really, really liked. I liked it so much I can't remember its name. What was the one where you were story-driven game where you were a girl in a high school? Life is Strange. That's a cool game. If you I'm gonna burn my mat, but anyways, I don't care. If you like story-driven games, I really recommend checking out Life is Strange. Oh my, that's back. Does anybody mind if I won't give spoilers away about the game, but like if I talk about some of the things that it does super well and stuff. So let's see. I don't know why I took away too many pins. Right, so if you don't want to hear about it, then turn the stream off now. But so yeah, I won't give any spoilers, but like it has some mechanics in the game that like just solve so many problems with story-driven games. I feel like one of the problems I have with story-driven games is, say for example, made out of your native Australia, Sion, is LA Noire, isn't it? LA Noire. That had a problem where that had a big problem where is it P1 and P2 I need to use, is it? PX and P2. Is it P1 and P2? Not sure. That had a big problem where, like, so somebody would say something and you had, oh sorry, I need to put this in the high. You had like the opportunity of responding to them, and your two, like, you had 4 options, or maybe it was 3 options. You could believe what they were saying, you could doubt them, or you could say that they were lying, or I think were the 3 options. And like I distinctly remember one part of the game where I was playing it, and I was talking to some fella's wife, and he was missing, and we found in the game you found a pair of glasses and they're all beaten up, and she says something about, oh, we just got a new pair of glasses for him last week. And I was like, that's weird, because the glasses that we found were all beaten up. So I'm going to doubt that story, you know, see what's really going on. And, like, the line that the character... Oh, that's the wrong type. The line that the character came out with after that was, I just wanted to go, well, what's the story with that? You know, as in, that's not what we found. He, like, goes, you murdered him, didn't you? And I was like, what? That's not what I wanted to say at all. And then, like, you know, it completely messed up the rest of that level. And it was like, okay. But Life is Strange gets around it by giving the ability... It's not really a spoiler. I'd say if you look at any of the trailers, it'll do it as well. But it gives you the ability to rewind time. And that makes it like so you can play out how something works, and then, ooh, I didn't like the way that went, so you can rewind time. But it does a very good job of, like, kind of taking that away from you at some stage, this too, which is pretty nice. Yeah. Contract dev work. Yeah. That would suck if you have to go back to it. I don't have any really good things to say about it, but yeah, hopefully something like the Tiny Pico can do well for you. Okay, so let's plug in my... Let's upload this. Let's get rid of this BLE print. Actually, would I be better off just using an actual USB to serial adapter? Excuse me. Yeah, let's just try an actual USB to serial adapter. So join the ground. So ground is orange for some reason. TX and RX. Just need to get an extender. Okay, 1 second. Do I have an extender on my desk? Not that I see. I know I have a white extender somewhere. That literally could be anywhere. Decent looking extender. Anybody making anything interesting at the moment? The Wi-Fi 7 segment board that I got, or I ordered today, I'm curious to see how that'll work out. I just kind of had the idea for it while watching Make trying to do Becky's Becky Stern's social media stats display, and I was looking at it, and okay, so let's upload this. I was looking at them doing it, and I was looking at the Adafruit backpack, or 7-segment backpack, and okay, so let's try this out now. And I was like, it's really awkward to use. I was talking about it on Saturday's stream, but my video was cutting in and out. But so this is the Adafruit 7-segment backpack. Has an I2C chip on the back of it. One thing that makes this super awkward to use that they could have so easily fixed was if they put those pins down here as well. Then, like, so if you want to use, say, Becky uses 6 of them for her project, or maybe 4, I don't know. But, like, because they only have one set of, like, pins on them, you need to do the joining of the pins somewhere else. When if there was a pass-through on them, like as in the same pins were down the bottom and the top, you could plug your microcontroller into this one into the next one into the next one, and like everything would be fine. But the way you have to do it now is up at the microcontroller, you need to tie all the wires together. And I was like, that's kind of stupid. And then I was like, why do you need a separate microcontroller at all? Like, could you fit an ESP on the back of this? So, yeah, that's the story behind them. But yeah, they're a little bit more expensive per, like, the BOM cost of them is a little bit more expensive than I normally wanted to do, but we'll see how it goes. I'll take a risk. I've enough to make. I bought enough to make 20 of them as 7-segment displays and 10 of them with ESPs. So, like, if you wanted 2 for whatever reason in the one project, only one of them would need an ESP. Like, the second one could talk to the first one that has the ESP on it. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, like, I like the idea of them, and I think other people like the idea of them too, but I didn't want to get into a case where I had like a ton of stock for them, and like I then would like need to sell it. So I'm just gonna take it pretty slow. Like, if I sell the first batch of them, then I can buy more, you know, I can take the funds from that to buy more of them. So we'll see what happens. Okay, right. I'm not 100% sure I'm using the right pins, but we'll find out. Let's see. Let's open Putty. Excuse me. Got my sniffles real bad. What do I want to do? Screen share. Serial. COM port. Well, I suppose I can just use this COM port, right? Uh, 9600. I don't think it has a line ending. That didn't work, so maybe I have them messed up. So pin 2 and pin 1 So pin 2 is RX. So pin 2 is purple. You can't really see that, but it's that purple one. And the purple one is connected to also RX. So let's swap them around, I guess. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm using the right pins on the thing, but we'll find out. What was the command? A. All right. So I don't know if you've seen that, but when I typed A here, it printed the testing text input. I don't know where the rest of it went, but yeah. Okay, so that works. Okay, so we have the correct pins there now. So we can now test it with ESP, I suppose. So let's plug you out. You're pretty good extension cable, actually. It's nice and thick. So that's a good start. So that's software serial working and the USB HID working at the same time, which is good. So now you're off, right? Yeah. I need the USB cable from you. Alright, D1 and D2, they're probably alright. Alright. I was like, there's no lights coming on. The USB cable's plugged out. I think I have a sketch that would be good for this. Can I search through my own repositories? I can. I think it's Bluetooth. Maybe it's software. Yes. Hardware to software serial. This is perfect. So all this sketch does is it takes what is received on the hardware serial. Except I need the software serial to be running at 9600. So D2 is being connected to, or I have no idea if that's right anymore. Let's find out. Board. Wemos. Hey Slayer, how's it going? Everyone's. I can't speak for everyone. I'm doing okay. I'm a little bit sick, but generally alright. I have some deadlines this week, and I've been playing a lot of Rainbow Six Siege recently. So I uninstalled it. Which makes me sad, to be honest. Error opening serial port 10. I don't want serial port 10. I want serial port 4. How is serial port 10 even still around? That's interesting. What's the idea for an app that's offensive to Northern Ireland? Upload files. Just first you don't succeed. Try and try again. Okay, so now if I open serial monitor COM4, neither seem to be working. Oh, it's 11.5.200 here news. Really should just keep them the same. Press send, but nothing was sent. Why? I've never seen that message before. I think that would be fine. Yeah. Well, the Digispark isn't replying back. It types into it. Like, and the Digispark expects an A, B, or C. So I don't think so. I'll just plug it out if it does. A. Okay, so that worked too. I still don't understand why it presses enter. Is it because the Digispark is PL or the println? Does that automatically put the enter at the end of it? What were the earlier ones doing? Excuse me. Were they doing anything like that? Oh, I need to switch back to the Digispark board. Excuse me. What's the good news, Slayer? I think that website would be absolutely fine to make. Nice. CS2. I actually don't really know anything about Photoshop. Okay. Yeah, okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, so let's... So, like, my general idea would be that... I don't know exactly how I'd do it. Maybe in here, like, you would do... Yeah, I was like, CS... Isn't there... I was like, isn't there a CS, like, 9 now? So that's why I was like, man, I really don't know anything about Photoshop. So I guess maybe, like, you would have a few things like P space whatever you want is like, that will just print whatever comes after the P. And then maybe you could have like C space a number, and that would like send keystroke key enter or key escape, you know, because you want to have multiples of them. And maybe you could even do like C space whatever to like copy, or to do a few of them. Like, yeah, I guess maybe, can I do a macro? CC18. Wow, I'm way behind the time. It's all on the cloud now, right? Which we hate. We hate the cloud. Yeah. I definitely remember like getting Photoshop before for no reason. That's a good idea. other loans there. What do I want to do now? I'd actually, a good thing to test now. So that's great that that's working, right? So that by cloud, yeah, data farms in Ireland. We do that. That doesn't seem too bad. Like if you were using a, like, is that for a student copy, or that has to be for a student copy or something, is it? Because that seems pretty cheap. Like if you were using it for business purposes, £17 a month is nothing. Although you could buy at least 17 Digisparks with them. So maybe it is something. Okay, so that's cool. That's a lot of what I wanted to do. So, but let's get macros working before we call it a success. Yes, you're a student. Yeah, me too. Like if it is your day-to-day job, like that doesn't seem too expensive. Excuse me. What do I want to do now? Macros. Well, like the macros have to work because you use it already. But I'd be interested in getting it working. I am not a student. Although I do have a student bank account. Don't tell anybody that. I have no idea how I still have it. I've been working for nearly 10 years. They haven't taken it away. Shh. Please nobody tell anybody. Sorry, I've lost where Twitch is open. Here we are. So Gavin, send keystroke. So it's send keys, key to send with modifiers. Okay, so let's take a look at that in terms of, where are we? Excuse me. So like what if I added else if, just out of curiosity, cmd equals d. Colin has a YouTube channel as well. With the modifier, so let's try to not show off my, okay, so switch to scene. If I want to switch to desk plus me, it's Control Alt Shift A. Okay, let's try that. So mod Control Left, Alt. Okay, so keys to send. Is it an? It's a number though. So I need to figure out what the number is. Key number A. No. What do I need to look up here? So, or can I just send in A? Like, as in, the key number for enter is 40. But I need the key number for A? Or do I just put in an A? Excuse me. Send key stroke key A is 4. Okay, let's just try that. Digi Bluetooth keyboard. Ooh, Gavin. Ooh, this looks good. Looks like good stuff. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah. Let's bring that in. New tab. What is it? I don't know. Keys.h. Let's do HID keys. No, let's do lowercase. HID keys. .h. And let's get that gist. Let's grab the raw. Save that. Let's get rid of these because I feel like they're gonna clash. Find out though. Hash include id keys.h. Yeah, you mightn't be a student, but I guess if you got the other stuff, like in that GitHub pack, you get $100 credit at DigitalOcean, right? That's super useful. I would say. Right, so let me do key A. It's handy that it's like this as well, because I can like put that hid keys in the ESP. My daughter's 2. I don't think I'll be able to get her student accounts just yet. Yeah. Okay, so let's try this. Do I have the right board selected? I do. Let's plug it out. Ugh. Oh, why are you doing anything with COM? Is it? Maybe it's still trying to upload, or it's given out about COM4. Okay. Okay, cool. Right, so let's see if this works now. COM4, serial print, serial monitor. Let's get some garbage on it. Let's clear the output. So now let's try D, and if it works right, we should switch scene on OBS. We did not. We wrote a funny A. So is send keystroke what we want to do? It must be, right? We wrote a funny A though, rather than Control Alt Shift plus A. So we have A, mod Control left, Alt and Shift. So that should have done something. It is. OBS has to be the highlighted program. Okay. That is going to be impossible to do. Or maybe it's yeah, I don't know. How am I gonna do that? Not possible. Right? It might have been just because I had the other thing. I definitely feel like the macro keypad, I didn't need to have it. I didn't need to have it be the... Yeah. I have no idea, but... Oof, this is... Dodge City. What's it called? It's called a switcheroony. What am I doing in my code? Send macro command. Control A. Okay, so let's do A. Yeah. Like, so this is, I have the Arduino IDE as my, oops, no, I don't have anything up. Highlighted it, and so look at me, I'm better than a Stream Deck, or at least I'm as good as a Stream Deck. So why can't I do the same thing with the Digispark? That would be a potential problem. So yeah, I think it would be important for it to not be the highlighted program, because that really ruins it. Because, like, you know, normally sure wouldn't your game be your highlighted program, right? So actually, this is much better than I give it credit for. I really should use it, because it's even quiet. Like, there's, you know, there's no button press or anything. I don't know what all the other macros do, though. Hotkeys. I have mute and unmute bound to this, I think. Yep. That's what I do. I change scenes with these, and that's mute, and that's it. Okay, so let's go to B. So what are you using for that? This is an Arduino Pro Micro. So if you go to, I have this very complicated project written up on GitHub if you want to check it out. And by very complicated, I mean this is the most straightforward project you'll ever see on an Arduino, almost. But let's look at the code for it, I guess. Send macro command. So it's send, like, it does separate keyboard presses and then releases the keys at the end of it. I wonder, can we do the same with the Digispark stuff? Maybe that's the difference? What am I doing? What am I? A Digispark. Okay, cool. Examples. It is a keyboard, but okay, let's look it up. Digispark macro. Instructables. Maybe. Yeah, I'll check that out now in 2 seconds. This guy is building an array. Send keystroke. He's just doing the same thing as us. Send keystroke. To put a delay, this command is used. To press 2 keys at once. Digispark send key. To press 3 keys at once. Always the last key that should be pressed must come before the comma. Okay. In the Switcheroony project, you definitely can. I presume you can with this too. Oh, there is a send key press. I don't understand why this isn't working. Maybe we might just try the send key press? Is there a release then as well? Let's go back to the Switcheroony project. Let's just add a method. What's the problem on your side? That you have an OBS setting wrong, is it? Or I don't know why I'm doing it so nice. Do I have... Oh, maybe I don't have these. What are they called? Like, they could just be defining as nothing. Ah, that's probably what it is, right? Although it is coming up as a weird A, so it's probably working as something. What's the workaround? Because I didn't do anything. Control. That's the problem. Left control, left shift, and left alpha. Cheeky got some stuff going on. Let me just try this and we'll see. Let's program. Let's try program. Oh. Oops. Seems like it's still uploading. We'll see. Does this work? So what do I need to send a D? No, still wrote a crappy A. Okay, so let's change this to send key press like Gavin is saying. And it has lots of key A's. That's weird, isn't it? my one doesn't. Oh, I'm after using the wrong control, did I? Or is it the same? Left control is E0. Mod left control. Okay. So we're still doing stupid stuff here. Whatever. And this. And then I need to key press equals 0. So send key press 0 afterwards, is it? Let's just try send keystroke, but doing it properly. Ah, okay, I getcha. It would complain if they were the exact same. Let's move that down here and see, does it complain? So let's plug this out. Plug in device now. Hey, loving that Jay. How's it going? Okay, so that programmed. So let's go back to COM port A. Some weird stuff in the thing. Okay, we still got that weird A. Okay, so let's try the press. So send key press. And then I have to do a digi keyboard .delay, right? Which is kind of weird. That's okay. I don't know, 100. Is that the correct correct thing for that? And then I need to send 0, 0. What's going on here? Oh, oops, all over the place. Yes, okay. Is that the correct delay? I think this instructable had it, yeah. Delay. Okay, Colin, yeah, I'll check that out. Let me just upload. You don't have to drive 3 hours tomorrow, Colin, do you? Was it even more? Plug-in device. Yeah. Do we think this is gonna work? Okay, so I got my funny A, but it did work. Six hours, that's insane. Why do I get the funny A though? No, I don't understand why I'm getting the funny A. Because I don't get a funny A in this one. Oh, I do. Ignore that, I got funny A's. Just the A. That's interesting. Interesting. Okay, so A is a bad one to use because it has that funny A if you do control all, like, I can't believe all the modifiers and a letter of something. That's weird. Okay, cool. So that kind of proves out what I wanted to prove out. There. So that means we can set up that means we can create like a web page or something running on the ESP that can send HID commands, which is good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish up there. This is really interesting. Thanks a lot, everybody, for your help. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this. Just even the approach for it. If you type that into any window, you get the funny A. Yeah, it seems like A is just a bad one to use because the B doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't type anything, but the A on this one does as well. So A is just a bad choice. But like, I was kind of like, I was thinking it would make a nice board to like sell or something, but I couldn't kind of figure out sort of like, there's a lot going on with this one here, and then if you got like this one, if you got one of these and like a Wemos or something, like, it would be a really ugly size. So I didn't think that was really a runner. And it's like, it's a little bit expensive anyways. But like, now if you have an Attiny and you put the Digispark bootloader on it, like, now you're getting to a stage where you could make something sort of possible. Which, like, my entire mess or just what I have here? Can you do the F13 key? I don't have a definition for it. I do. Do you know what, other Lone Star? For you, we'll try it. So yeah, like, I think like an Attiny with whatever else that needs on it, and an ESP on the same board, like, could be pretty nice. Yeah. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's 0x70. Were you right? No, you were wrong. You were close. F21 is 0x70. Sorry. Alright, so I'm making that D. Except I need to actually take this with me. Like, it would be super interesting to use the same no, it can't do the HID stuff itself, unfortunately. We were talking about it at the start. That Charles, is it Noller? CN Noller? He got a crazy version of it working before, but it's like on an old SDK, not through the Arduino IDE. Like, that's, I don't know if that uploaded. Yeah, it's not a not a runner whatsoever. Maybe it's because of this one plugged in that it's not happy. Oh, it's done. So no, you do need the Attiny. No, that's okay. The start is pretty early for you, so I wouldn't have expected you to see the start. Yeah. Oh wait, let's. Okay, let me. That's not gonna do anything for me. So let's hook it up to. Let's switch to scene. Okay, is this Usher plus? I am absolutely not gonna do that. Oh no. Okay, so I think I'll just have to type it in, will I? Cause how am I gonna send D to it? And let it still be in focus? That's not gonna work. I have my Mac there. I know what I'll do. Delay 1,000. And then what do I want to? I want to write to the software serial the letter D, capital D. Like that, maybe? It's not a character. It's the string. Yeah, no, like, I'm 100% not making a USB HID library for Esp8266, because if it's not done already, it means that it's not easy. Because people would want that. And I know, like, nothing or whatever, if you want something that's worth working for, I don't want it that much. I'd much prefer to put a $1 Attiny in the mix. First is true. It's my favorite bit of code. If forced, said like a true Irish person, forced first is false. It's in ASM. You see, that doesn't even mean anything to me. There. Yeah, let's turn it off the Digispark. Back to the Wemos D1 Mini. Even though it's not a Wemos D1 Mini, but the Node MCUs and the Wemos have the same stuff going on, so I just use the Wemos all the time. Oh crap. It didn't seem to work. Ugh, no. Clear. This button is not nice. I didn't change the number on the Digispark, did I? I did. Did I not upload it? Oh. Else if D. Else if D. No, if I make if I make this E and this D, then I only need to reprogram one of them. Oh no. Raw machine code. I actually did do a bit of assembly before in college, but I'm okay forever doing it again. Decrement and jump if not equal to 0. We must. Oops. I'm super impressed with the Digispark though. Okay, so now let's go back to the OBS settings window. Clear. Let's reset this. So it looks like OBS doesn't support the F13. Is there anything I could do that would support it? Like anything I could test with? Is there a macro tester? Macro tester online? Esp32. Is it brought in a new one, maybe? Maybe it just doesn't work either. I don't know. That should have worked. Key F13. Key F13 is 068. So it should have worked. I think I had the same problem before actually using this one. I'm using an old enough version of OBS though. I'm on 21. I wonder, is it brought in a newer version maybe? Oh, I'm not using OBS Studio, maybe. Is that what's wrong? No. I don't think I'm using OBS Studio, am I? Is there an about? I can't actually find out what one I'm using. File settings. No, I don't know. Why am I still using 21? Hey Sil, how's it going? With your bother? Is it brother or bother? I keep forgetting. I am using the one you get when you go to OBS or Open Broadcast Studio or whatever it is .com. It's the standard one. And why am I using 21? I'm a lazy person, and I just hated the thoughts of setting up everything again. But I do mean to update it soon. Yeah. So I'm actually just gonna finish up now. What we were doing was we were playing around with the Digi. Yeah, it shows OBS 21.1. That's how I knew I was on that. But I presume I'm on Classic rather than. Yeah, the update. Oh, I'm using Studio. Okay. The update is grouping. That is the. I saw your tweet about it. I think you tweeted out a link to a blog or something. Oh, it keeps my scenes. Interesting. Do you like update through the tool? Like, as in, I see I have a help update option. Check for updates. No accidents yet today. Yeah. Are you working shifts, is it, or something? But yeah, so we're using the Digispark, which I'd never used before. It's an Attiny with a custom like bootloader on it, and it's super nice. And like it's $1, so okay, that's cool. I'll sort it out. Sure, I can export it. I can export the scenes or back up the scenes, which I need to do anyways. Um, yeah, that sure wouldn't take too long to get it all set up and running. So my general plan still is to make an ESP device with a HID interface on it too, which seems quite nice. Before I go though, let's take a look at. I think did Colin put in a link to. I don't know where my Twitch is. It's over here. Yes, let's hide that. Colin put in a link to the ESP32. Ooh, they got the BLE working as a HID device over Bluetooth. Nice. That's super nice. One of my most popular videos is flashing those HC05 modules to be a Bluetooth HID device, which is kind of insane. Like, I don't really recommend anybody does it anymore. This looks pretty cool though. I'm happy enough to keep it hardwired. Yeah, this isn't I saw this before. This isn't an Arduino project. That was the thing that I was like, yes. Like, I don't really mind doing something that isn't an Arduino project, but like I can't. It makes it more difficult to like make videos and stuff about it. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna finish up there. Thanks a lot for the help. Really impressed with this Digispark. Okay, cool. I'll see you next time. I am away on Saturday, so there won't be a Saturday stream. I'll tweet out about that. So the next one will be Monday again. Okay. Thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.